Uh, I just wanted to weigh in on gay marriage, because what was it? Back in November, Prop 8 came up for a vote, and it was all in the news, a big thing, this, that, and the other thing, and it's been a pretty big thing for the last couple of years or so, and it's odds are it's an issue that's not going to go away anytime soon. But if both sides could just if we could just sit back and look at it logically, um, there's really no reason why two men or two women shouldn't be able to get married. I mean, I personally am against. I don't believe that homosexuality is right, but being a huge proponent of a free society, being a free thinker, if you will, um, you know, logically, there's no reason why they couldn't. There's really no reason why they shouldn't, especially since under the Constitution they're guaranteed not necessarily the right to marry, but the Constitution guarantees that there will be no second class citizens, which means that, one group of people, if one group of people get certain rights, those rights go out to everyone. And I mean, that's just one of the ideals that that our country and society are based on at this point. You know, I hear people talk about how, oh, well, I'm not going to compromise my morals and things of that nature. Well, number one, nobody's asking you to be gay. Nobody's asking you to be gay. So your morals aren't being compromised at all. So, that's not even a valid argument. There's no, I'm not going to say there's no intelligence to it, but there's really no logic to it. You're not compromising your own morals by saying, oh, other people can do it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense from that perspective. But on the other hand, on the other side of the debate there, what I've heard some people scream and holler about, oh, well, civil unions aren't the same as marriage and bullshit like that. The problem I have with the other end is the simple fact that they want to butt into institutions that don't want them. And that's not right. Granted, the Boy Scouts, their funding from the government needs to be cut off. That's just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They have every right to not allow gays into their little club, but in exchange for that right, they shouldn't get any federal funding. Why? Because it's not very democratic. And honestly, a democratic and free nation should only really what's the word I'm looking for? Support. Should only support all-inclusive things. As far as the church goes, there's a big split in the Anglican Church over Gene V. Robinson. I don't know, some gay pastor and whatnot. Uh, now, each congregation, sure, the congregation felt it was all right, but I mean, hell, if you're a Christian, which I'm not, if you're a Christian, the Bible dictates that homosexuality is wrong. It's wrong. So I don't understand why they want to keep butting into things that don't want them. And like I said, you can't you can't use what I just said on a much more broader level for America, because it doesn't work that way. Like I said, we're in a free society. They get those rights. They get the right to be gay in America. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The Constitution guarantees it. Just like it guarantees you and me the right to bear arms. I mean, there should be no ifs, ands, or buts on it. And, yeah, it's just really funny how all these people go about it. It just really is. When I collect my thoughts a little more, I'll probably touch a little more on the subject later. But just we just need to start using logic on both sides instead of being an extreme. Oh, no, they shouldn't be allowed to marry, and oh, well, I want to do whatever the hell I want. Just why can't we meet in the middle? I mean, a civil union is the same goddamn thing as marriage. It really is. I mean, so why don't you compromise and take the civil union and they can keep the word marriage? Because that's all it boils down to. I mean, they just want a fucking word. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me neither. I mean, it's fucking, bone-ass retarded, but, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? If you want your... What are you going to do? You know, we're based on compromise. That's how shit gets done in this country. So, you know, the two polar opposites need to come and meet somewhere in the middle and compromise. Or else, you know, we're just going to be so polarized on both sides that it's going to drag on for years and years and years, and that's going to annoy the fuck out of me. But, you know, like I said, we'll talk about it later. Thanks for listening, guys.